Welcome to the 2022 WAR and WMLS installation and business meeting. I am Charlotte Jones, President of Williamsburg Realtors, and with me is Carmen Hamner, President of the Williamsburg MLS. We have a wonderful program planned for you today, and we appreciate you joining us. A year ago, we were still grappling with the realities of this pandemic and how to pivot our business strategies amid a now mostly virtual world. Throughout the year, we as professionals were able to adapt during a constantly changing environment and a hectic housing market. And that is something we should all truly be proud of. I'm so happy that Carmen and I were able to get together for a cup of coffee this morning. Cheers
Absolutely.
to that. And in this amazing location, and we can't wait to discuss the amazing accomplishments from this year.
Same here, Charlotte, because it's just been a nuts year. But thanks for inviting me. First, we just have our annual business meeting to conduct. So let's all stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America
and to
the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of our affiliate partners who continue to support our ongoing efforts to conduct quality events and help provide extraordinary services to our members. We are ever grateful that they choose to be members of our association, and we are abundantly aware of the valuable work and resources they offer our committees throughout the year. Our affiliate sponsors for today's installation are TowneBank Mortgage, 360 Home Inspections, Alcova Mortgage, Atlantic Bay Mortgage, and Movement Mortgage. Please help me in thanking them for their support.
Yay! Yay! We're so grateful. As the first item of business, we'd like to take a moment to recognize some other important milestones of 2021. The following Realtor members reached milestone membership anniversaries with the association's 25-year membership in WAR. Frank Hughes, Elizabeth Mueller, and Darlene Athey. They will be mailing you a 25-year pin in recognition of your longevity of service and membership to the Williamsburg Association. Thank you for your continued support.
That's great.
It's wonderful.
We would also like to acknowledge Realtor member Nan Pylan for her continued work and service on the Virginia Real Estate Board and the Virginia Realtor Board of Directors. Thank you for continuing to help Williamsburg Realtors stay informed and represented at the state level.
We also want to recognize our association's RPAC major investors at the $1,000 level or more. Lynn Grimsley, Charlotte Jones, Kimber Smith, Paul Robinson, Nan Pyland, and Ellen Smith-Gaida.
Yep. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the 2020 WAR Treasurer, Paul Robinson, to present a year-end financial report.
Hello. I am Paul Robinson, a Realtor member of the Association Board of Directors, currently serving as your treasurer. My role has been to review, provide member oversight, and report to the Board of Directors monthly about the association's finances as revealed on the income statements and balance sheets. The association accounting is administered by association staff and a third-party accounting firm who prepares monthly reports of income and expenses, and also statements of financial condition, which are subsequently independently audited or reviewed by a CPA firm after the fiscal year end. An audit of the association statements was conducted this year for last fiscal year. It revealed no material weaknesses or findings of significant reportable conditions. The WMLS statements were reviewed for this last fiscal year, again with a clean report and no findings of material weaknesses or reportable conditions. The association and the MLS operate as two separate corporations, with the MLS Corporation being subsidiary to the Association Corporation and providing financial support to the association through contract payments for building rent, operational expenses, and dividends from earnings. Most of the operating revenues for both corporations is earned from your member dues, affiliate dues or sponsorships, and subscriber fees. The association maintains investments of funds that are professionally managed by a regional investment advisor with oversight by a board-appointed investment committee. The structure and management of the association and MLS finances has evolved over the years and works well for the organization and its membership. The total enterprise revenue of both corporations exceeds $1 million, which money is used to provide the member services through the association and MLS programs. These are services such as education, member events, MLS administration, the multiple listing service itself, general administration of our operations, participation in NAR and Virginia Realtor Association activities, public policy engagement, and membership support. Our fiscal year for 2021 has not yet closed, but with 11 months completed, the association's dues receipts have exceeded budget and the overall expenses incurred have been under budget. The association has significant operational reserves accumulated that would provide support for the association operations for approximately 4.5 years. This is due primarily to shared expenses with the MLS, as well as the substantial dividends paid by the subsidiary MLS to the parent corporation. The MLS subscriber and the lockbox fees this year to date have exceeded the annual budget, and most of the operating expenses are at or below the amount budgeted for the year. The MLS also maintains operating reserves at present in an amount sufficient to cover expenses for about 9 months. Overall, the association and MLS financial condition appears to be very good. We've had prudent management and administration by our staff with active board oversight by each board, the MLS board as well as the association board. It's been my pleasure to serve as your treasurer this past year, and I look forward to serving you in 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul, for your oversight of the organization's finances and helping us prudently manage all of our resources, including our financial reserves. We are thrilled that you will continue your work as the treasurer of the association in 2022. Carmen, thank you for taking time away from your business and family to join me this morning and have a cup of coffee in downtown Colonial Williamsburg. It's been a hectic year, but I'm glad we were able to get together.
Absolutely. I agree. I love spending time here in Colonial Williamsburg, and it's so great to spend a relaxing morning reminiscing about what a unique, crazy year it was as president. It was a fast-paced year, but thankfully we had the support of each other from so many of our members and from so many of our staff.
I agree. That's why I want to take a moment to give a heartfelt thank you to the ward board members who I've had the honor and pleasure serving with this year. Frank Hughes, Paul Robinson, Stacy Grimsley, Sam Mayo, Andrew Nelson, Fred Smith, Carmen Hamner, thank you, and of course our president-elect, Lynn Grimsley.
I really appreciate that, Charlotte. I too would like to thank our Williamsburg MLS board members who have been so pivotal in the functioning of our MLS. We have Tia Stanley, Brandy Walker, Ben Munson, Beth Autry, Ellie Hunt, Jim Mellon, Bobby Yankovic, and our president-elect, Suzanne Dana. It's been a pleasure to serve with each of you.
That is so great. What a great group of people, Carmen. I would also like to say thank you to the Williamsburg MLS board members. because the work done by the MLS leadership allows us to continue our daily business, servicing our clients and functioning at such a professional level, which ultimately results in an effective and successful realtor association. Even though the past year was dynamic, requiring adjustments and continued pivoting, I truly enjoyed my time as president. You know, Carmen, we began our terms really in unprecedented circumstances, and it's been truly a year like no other. We've learned to communicate with each other in so many different ways, including use of an owl. Who knew? But nothing can replace the energy, the camaraderie, and the true teamwork by meeting together responsibly in person. So cheers to that.
Yay! I wholeheartedly agree, Charlotte. Our teams began at the beginning of an unprecedented times. During the pandemic, a historically low inventory market, record sale prices, virtual showings became the norm, and multiple offers on every property and every price point. It's really been a whirlwind. And speaking of multiple offers, it almost became a game to see who could win. Like offering a year's worth of Chick-fil-A. This market certainly brought out the creative juices in our entire realtor community. So job well done.
They really did get creative. I would be remiss, though, if we did not acknowledge and thank our legislative representatives and advisors. Without them, we may not have been able to continue listing and selling homes in Virginia.
Absolutely.
They literally were able to keep us in business. So thank you, Virginia Realtors. This success is truly one of the best examples of your RPAC investment at work for you.
Absolutely. I agree. As real estate professionals, we are both thankful for all the hard work they do for us. Without the support they offered in ensuring real estate remain an essential business, our 2021 real estate market could have been a disaster. And all of this chaos that we discussed, the slowing of COVID, the resurgence of the virus, the continual changing social landscape, and it's just been nuts. In response to all this, I'm truly proud of all that we've been able to accomplish and all that our members have been able to accomplish.
I totally agree. We did accomplish so much, largely in part due to the amazing and dedicated committee members.
Absolutely.
The Public Policy Committee launched the Power Hour with Susan Gaston, providing us with up-to-the-minute legislative information and absolutely stellar guest speakers. Our Outreach Committee continued providing support to the local homeless and precariously housed students in the greater Williamsburg area. And our Events Committee was very busy. They kept us connected with fun virtual events and in-person events. I mean, who doesn't love bingo? Holiday trivia, mini golf, and of course margaritas.
Absolutely, running in and out of the rain, right? I second that statement. The committees are the backbone of our association, and we want to express our thanks to all the members who gave so much of their time to make us look good.
I totally agree. I know that the Williamsburg MLS has accomplished so much this past year as well. But right this moment, I do want to highlight some of the specific achievements of the association. I was excited that our sound financial position allowed us the flexibility to continue offering our members quality continuing education courses absolutely free.
Free.
Yep. We also finalized use of a new doing business as name of Williamsburg Realtors. And with input from our membership, we updated our logo, which is the stepping stone to our new website, which is coming very soon. So keep a lookout for that.
All of that is fantastic. And as a member, myself, I truly appreciate all that the association does for us and the association leadership has really achieved.
Thank you.
It's a bunch. So speaking of adding value to our members, the Williamsburg MLS leadership fine-tuned and offered valuable instructional videos on how to use this new status called Coming Soon.
I know.
And it really helped add value to both to our homeowners and to our buyers. And that's what it's really about.
Yep, I agree.
Also, we appointed a presidential advisory group who recently completed their directive to investigate and document all options for continuing to offer valuable MLS data resources over the next 3 to 5 years as our industry continues to evolve due to demands from the consumer. The Williamsburg MLS leadership will be focusing on how to best position our MLS service for the long-term benefit of its members. Planning in this environment means opening lots of windows and closing no doors. For instance, one of the things that we were really proud of is that we heard from one of our members some feedback about the HOA fees.
Yep.
That maybe they're confusing. I'm sure that's happened to you.
Yeah.
You get in a neighborhood and you're like, wait, there's 3 fees,
That's
and
right.
how does this go? And so what we were able to do is make sure that we listened to that member and then weighed his concerns, and then went back and made changes to our input form.
And that is great.
That's
I know,
great.
It makes
It's
so
so
much
helpful,
sense now.
and it's very helpful for the consumer, and that's what's really important.
Yeah, absolutely.
So those HOA fees now you'll see is a monthly fee, and that was because that's the way we're seeing consumers really think about it.
Right.
So that's cool. We made a change. We heard from our member. We made a change, and the consumer benefited. Finally, we continued to meet NAR's core standards for a multiple listing service and plan and launch more modern look to the Clarity dashboard. You asked, we listened, and we made it happen for you.
Yes, you did. That's awesome. And I know our members are appreciative that their voices are heard. Carmen, I can tell you that all of us are grateful for the impact you and the MLS board continue to provide. As I reflect on this past year, there were so many unknowns, so many amazing moments, and so many challenging moments. I know as we move out of this moment in time, we will all have stories to tell and a lot of remember wins. But you know, there was a lot this year that it took a toll on each of our families, our clients, our industry, and our emotions, which is actually what I think of the most. So what I wish to you and your family is good health and positivity in your head and your heart. It's been a pleasure serving our members, and I thank you for the privilege of being your association president.
I agree that when I look back at this past year, I will always remember it as a challenge and a gift. I too wish everyone the best, and also thank you for the privilege of being your Williamsburg MLS president. Thank you, Charlotte, for this opportunity to reflect and relax a little bit. I wish we could sit here all day and reminisce, but we got business to attend to. Those phones are blowing up. Let's go.
I wish that we could do that too, Carmen. And you're right. We need to install our new 2022 presidents and officers and directors. So now we go to the Cremdale Bridge on the College of William & Mary campus, where our new leadership is ready to take their oath of office. And I hear that there may be a very special guest joining them. So let's take a look.
Very cool.
Good morning, and thank you for your attendance today. It's quite a lovely day here at the Cremdale Bridge, one of the college's most scenic areas. I'm sure many of you are aware the College of William & Mary, where we are gathered today, has been here even before Williamsburg was Williamsburg. Anchoring our fine city from the west, the college has long been celebrated as a beacon for higher education in America, which I know is a passion for many of you today. For that, and the continued passion and dedication that your organization provides and free continuing education to those serving in the profession of property dealers in Williamsburg, I commend and thank you. When first asked to speak to such an august body of property dealers in Williamsburg, I will be honest, I thought of my own experiences in managing property. As many of you know, General Washington is not my first husband, he is my second. I was married for the first time when I was 18 to my next-door neighbor in New Kent County, a man by the name of Daniel Park Custis. We enjoyed 7 very happy years of marriage and were blessed with 4 children before he was very suddenly taken from me. Upon his death, I was named the administratrix of the entirety of the Custis property, which at that time comprised of over 17,768 acres spread over 6 counties. After the eventual division of the estate, my dower right, or the amount of property that widows have a right to after their husband's passing, consisted of the majority of the Custis properties in and around Williamsburg, as well as the grist mill on the outside of the city, lots on Jamestown Island, and of course several other estates along the Pamunkey River. While my dower right only saw me have life rights to the property, meaning I had the use of them and the profit of them during my life, I did not, in fact, own them, only manage them. However, when I married Colonel Washington in 1759, as he was a colonel then, and combined our estates together, we quickly realized that managing and owning estates is the most stable path towards wealth accumulation. And together, we support anyone's ability to own property as the law allows. With that, it is my pleasure to ask that the incoming officers and directors of the Williamsburg Area Realtors, Association of Realtors, and the Williamsburg Multiple Listing Service raise their right hand as I read the oath of office. Do you solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that you will administer the office to which you have been elected to the best of your ability and judgment, and in conformity with the governing documents of the Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors, Virginia Realtors, and the National Association of Realtors? Do you faithfully pledge that you will observe and enforce the Realtor Code of Ethics, that you will advance and protect real property rights on American soil for all people, that you will work to create an environment favorable to real estate, that you will, in all your acts, be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and that you will endeavor in every manner possible to promote and safeguard the best interests of the Realtor brand and family, its clients and the customers it serves, and the community at large. If you do so pledge, please respond by saying, I do.
I do.
I hereby proclaim each of you duly elected and officially installed as the 2021 officers and directors of the Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors and the Williamsburg Multiple Listing Service. Congratulations to you all. We will now install our 2022 presidents, Lynn Grimsley as the president of the Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors, Suzanne Dana as the president of the Williamsburg Multiple Listing Service. If I may impart to you ladies some advices. I'll admit, when Charles Thompson arrived at my estate in April of 1789 to tell the general that he had been unanimously elected as President of the United States of America, neither the general nor myself were keen on the notion. We had already served the country for 8 long years in the war and were eager to enjoy our retirement at our estate along the Potomac. I remember writing to my nephew at the time that I did not think it wise for the general to re-enter public life, as I did not know when or if we would ever return from it. But I have long understood that my husband's duty is that to the country and mine is to his. And it was expected of us to not only lead the nation from a political sense, but also to represent each person in this country that had just elected my husband to the highest office offered. We found that we were wearing many different hats. Some we were accustomed to, and some that we were creating in the moment, as there had been no precedent set for us. As president of your own associations, you will find that you also will be wearing multiple hats, balancing your role as a leader, a decision maker for others, your role as a business person, a mother, a homeowner, a friend, and partner. Leaders often struggle with balancing their professional responsibilities and their personal life, but as business women, well trained in your profession, I have every confidence that you will be successful in all that you do. We women have a responsibility to each other. We have not been handed down books written by ancient generations before us to tell us how to lead or behave. We learn from one generation to the next, from the successes and failures of the women who have gone before us. And I am sure that you have very fine examples to learn from and will only improve your positions in the time you are given for the next generation. Lynn and Suzanne, you have been asked to assume the highest honor and responsibility for the local Williamsburg Realtor Association and Multiple Listing Service, both influential organizations in our community. Will you please raise your right hand? Upon you, it has been bestowed the highest honor and responsibility. Countless citizens will see you as the standard bearer for the Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors and the Williamsburg Multiple Listing Service. By electing and appointing you president, the membership has recognized your commitment not only to a higher ethical standard, but also recognized your leadership talent and ability. As chief elected or appointed officer, you will be responsible for the faithful execution of the plans, policies, and procedures of both corporations. You will serve as the primary guardian of the public image of the real estate industry to all residents of the Williamsburg area. In addition, you will serve as a role model for an emerging generation of new realtor leaders. Together with the others gathered, you must mobilize your members and stand up for our free enterprise system whenever private property rights are threatened. You will call upon other realtors and our many allies whenever government, the economy, or other forces threaten to diminish Americans' home ownership opportunities. Do you, Lynn and Suzanne, accept the responsibilities of president? Will you uphold and defend the real estate license laws of the Commonwealth of Virginia, the Realtor Code of Ethics, the bylaws and constitution of the Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors, the Williamsburg Multiple Listing Service, the Virginia Realtors, and the National Association of Realtors? If so, say, I do.
I do.
You may lower your right hands. And now the gavel of Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors and the Williamsburg Multiple Listing Service presidency has been passed down from one president to another. And we continue that tradition today as Charlotte and Carmen pass the symbol of leadership to the new 2020 presidents, Lynn Grimsley and Suzanne Dana. Additionally, Lynn and Suzanne, on behalf of the entire membership, I am pleased to present you with your 2020 President pins, which I think you might already have. Congratulations, Lynn and Suzanne. I wish you a successful and prosperous year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I've got big shoes to fill. Thank you. And I appreciate your support. And I feel the same. Look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you for all you've done, and I hope that I can continue in the spirit that you have led.
Thank you. Looking forward to it. Thank you. Good luck next year.
Hi, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce you to the MLS Board of Directors.
Hello, I'm Carmen Hamner, and I'm the immediate past president of the Williamsburg MLS. I love spending time with my family and boating on the Chesapeake Bay.
Hi, I'm Tia Stanley with eXp Realty, and I will be the 2022 president-elect. I was the vice president the past year. I love to read a lot, so I spend a lot of time with books.
Hi, I'm Ben Munson, the past treasurer of the Williamsburg MLS Board and treasurer-elect for this coming year as well. I'm with the memory group at eXp Realty, and father of 3 beautiful kids I like spending my weekends with.
Hello, I'm Karen Sherman, Secretary for 2022, and I like spending time on the beach.
Hello, I'm Ellie Hunt, Associate Broker with Lismore & Associates. I'm a Director on the board, and next year is my 20th anniversary as a real estate agent.
Congratulations.
I'm John Wommeldorf, an agent with Lismore & Associates, and I'm a director with MLS for 2022.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And although I'm not a native of Williamsburg, my family's lived in Virginia since 1780. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, and I'm Suzanne Dana. I'm the president of the Multiple Listing Service, and I am proud grandmother to 2 wonderful grandkids, and that's my favorite and most exciting thing to be with.
Hi, I'm Lynn Grimsley, the 2022 president of the Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors, and I'd like to introduce to you my board of directors.
Hi, I'm Charlotte Jones. I'm the immediate past president of the Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors. I'm looking forward to serving with Lynn and the rest of the board next year. And something that maybe you don't know about me is that I used to hold a blue belt in Shorin-ryu Karate.
Don't fuss with her.
Hi. Thanks, Lynn. My name's Fred Smith. I'm the 2022 president-elect of the Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors. I'm a father of 3, and most of my free time is spent with them and watching their sports and doing things with them on weekends. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Stacy Grimsley, and I am the 2022 Vice President of the War Board. I have a beautiful 17-year-old daughter, and I am an American history nerd, and my crush is George Washington.
How appropriate.
Hello, I'm Paul Robinson. I'm the broker with Francisco Robinson and Associates Realtors. I'm the past treasurer of the Williamsburg Realtors Association and look forward to serving with Lynn this coming year as treasurer also of the Williamsburg Association of Realtors. I'm the father of 3 and proud grandfather of 4, and when I have extra time on weekends, it's always a pleasure to spend time with the family and do things at home and enjoy the river and boat when we can. And, that's what I do outside of work.
Very good. Thank you. Hello there.
I'm Chrisney Brooks with Coldwell Banker Traditions, Brooks Real Estate, and I am the secretary for the Williamsburg Association of Realtors for this year. Happy to be of service.
Thank you.
And I am named after a small town in Indiana that I had the pleasure of visiting last year, and the proud Auntie Nini of Molly, Chip, and my newest Miss Penny.
Hi, I'm Frank Hughes of Berkshire Hathaway Town Realty, and I'm pleased to be a director on Lynn's staff this year for the Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors. Something unusual, I was asked a question one time to say, give me 3 statements about myself, 2 of which were true, 1 of which was a lie. So I said, well, I was in the seminary studying to be a priest. I drove across country by myself, and I walked the Great Wall of China. Thank you very much.
And my newest and last member of the board is?
I'm Dale Chandler. I'm principal broker of Allman & Hack Realty, and I'm proud to serve as a director this year on the Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors under Lynn's guidance. And something unusual is a little off for everybody else. I'm a proud grandfather of 4, but as a young man, I used to skip school and swim in Lake Matoka.
Thank you very much for everyone being here for our installation ceremony. We're delighted that you all could come on this bright, beautiful morning, and we look forward to working with each of you this next year.
What a wonderful installation we just had.
It really was nice. Having Martha Washington, a successful businesswoman back from the 1700s, to be our installing officer. You know, women have been in business for many, many years.
That's right.
We have a tendency not to think that she might have been a successful businesswoman, but she did run some very large plantations as a single widow, I believe it was.
Yep.
And businesswomen are still in business. We're businesswomen. All of our realtors, all of our female realtors are businesswomen. Not to disintegrate the role that all of our wonderful gentlemen realtors play, but it is harder, I think, sometimes for women to balance so many different roles in their lives whenever they're starting out in our business. And we're delighted to have everybody able to come back to our association, to come back to our building. It's open. We have our store open. We have the building open for meetings. We have the building open if you need to use the education classroom, if you need to use a conference room for your sales meeting. We're back open, and we're looking forward to seeing our members at the building in the association office to be welcomed by the staff.
You know, it is interesting that a lot of companies do have meetings here, and I think people aren't aware of the fact that you can rent the building out. And we've got so many wonderful things going on, but the best part is we're open and we're following full safety protocols. So if you're concerned about that, don't worry. All safety COVID protocols are being followed, and there's a sign on the door that tells you exactly what you can and can't do. So we're taking care of you, and everything we do, we'll also try to make sure that it's available virtually for our members.
Well, when you come to the association office, we have some new faces in the office that you will want to introduce yourself to if you haven't been here in the last couple of years. At our front desk, we have Letitia, and she takes care of people coming in. She handles the store. She handles billing. She answers all kinds of questions. And if you have a question, we hope you will call. We hope you will introduce yourself to Letitia and make sure that she knows you're in the building when you come in, whether you're coming in for a meeting or whether you're coming in to pick up something.
We're here for you. That's the whole point. And we're always trying to keep you informed, and that brings me to Sam. Sam Chong is our marketing director or public relations. She's the one who's sending out all those wonderful notices, so please pay attention and read them. There's a lot of useful information in them. You get texts, or you might get emails, or you might get both. But we're trying to keep you guys informed and let you know what's going on. And feel free to get in touch with the office if you have any questions.
And Sam's the wonderful person who does all the filming and tries to make us really look good here. We've talked a little bit about Rita, and she will handle all of your education needs. If you have a question about your CE credits, or if you have a question about something that's coming up on our agenda, please don't hesitate to call Rita. Rita loves to communicate with our members, and she's so member-centric that she is involved in several of the committees that are involved with membership. She's been around a long time. She was a realtor, and she understands our business far better than a lot of people do.
Well, my right hand is Sue. Sue Strasser is the guru of the MLS, and as MLS president, I have to rely on her, and you do too. She knows everything, and if she doesn't, she finds out for you. She keeps us on the straight and narrow, make sure everything is going properly. Anytime you have a question, she's very, very happy to talk to you and answer them. She's just a very nice person, and that's why we love our staff.
We have a great staff, and the person who pulls it all together for both MLS and the association is Cindy Homewood. Cindy's been around here for many, many years. Everybody who comes to the association eventually will get to know Cindy, our wonderful CEO. She keeps us abreast. She helps me to stay abreast of things that are going on at the state and national level, because frequently it gets to her through her AE contacts before it will get to me. Cindy is the heart and soul of the association, and she keeps us all running in the right direction. We hope you will make sure that you touch base with her from time to time. She wants to work with the membership. Her job is to help the membership, as is mine. My goals for 22 are fairly simple. My goals for 22 as the president of the association is to make the association stronger, to make the association a vital part of the membership, to be a support in the community, to make sure the community knows what we do as volunteers in our spare time, in our personal time, as well as the things that we do for the association, such as working with the children who are homeless, working to help the different community organizations that need a supportive hand, that need good volunteer hours. Our association, we want to make you aware of things that are happening at the national level. We want to make you aware of what's happening in the state in terms of our public policy, in terms of what's happening that might change our business, in terms of the lawsuits that are being filed at the NAR level and what happens there. So we'll try to keep you abreast so that our association is a strong, vital part of the Williamsburg community.
Well, I like to be involved in all of those things and volunteer. Anybody who wants to volunteer for any committee or just help on any of our events, keep in touch with the staff here, because we're always looking for volunteers. And we'd love to have more people joining us in leadership. Young faces would be nice.
Oh yeah, we like people who volunteer. And so many young people I hear say, oh, I don't have time to volunteer. I need to work on my business. Well, one of the things I've found in my years of real estate is that when you volunteer and work on a committee, you'll eventually do a transaction with somebody you've worked on the committee. And that transaction will be so much easier because you're working with a friend. You're working with somebody you've worked with before. You've worked with somebody that you know, like, and trust. And trust me, in this marketplace, in this business that we have right now, which is very strange, I assure you, compared to what our normal real estate market is, it's great to work with a known quantity.
It's true. I've always enjoyed taking classes with other realtors because you hear their perspective and you get to know them. And that's important. So that's one of the great things about having our class available again. But the MLS gives you their name, but if you have their face, it makes a big difference. I like to take care of the MLS and make sure that we are on the cutting edge. We want to make sure our members have the best possible tools to help you succeed. One of the most recent ones, you probably heard about that one, was the One Home.
One Home.
It's a new interface with your clients that has all sorts of extra features. If you haven't taken the time to watch the video, do it, because it is pretty interesting. And I've already had clients comment on it. So they noticed.
Good. Well, I'm glad. That makes us all look better whenever our clients are paying attention to what we're doing. We've got a very interesting year planned for you this year. We hope you will volunteer. We hope you will be a part of it. We want to see you in class. You know, whenever you talk about education, you hit one of my hot buttons, because I've been working with volunteer education programs since I came into the business in 1983. Yeah, it's been a long time that I've been in. And the one thing that I've always found in a classroom is that I learn from other people in the classroom.
Absolutely.
Not only do I learn from the instructor, but the communication and the discussions that we have, we all learn more when we walk out. Because what I might not think of, somebody else might have, and it benefits me and my business. So we welcome you back to the classroom. We welcome you back to the association. We look forward to seeing your bright and shiny faces.
I agree completely about learning about the other parts of your business. I mean, there may be things that you've had that have happened when you're in a class and someone talks about a situation that you haven't seen yet. Shortly, it comes up, and aren't you glad you were there to see it? Education is really great. I do teach a class just like Lynn teaches classes. And we're going to have a new class coming up that's called Rock the Rules. People sometimes get worried about not knowing all of the rules and getting confused with the fact that we have different multiple listing services. Well, this is going to be Rock the Rules, and it's going to be a great fun class to learn about all of the things that we have to do to make sure that we're following the goals. And one of the things that, I don't know if you realize this, but a lot of realtors don't know that the multiple listing service did not start as a database of houses. It was started as an agreement of cooperation and commissions. So the goal was to notify the other agents about your listing and that you were willing to give them some cooperation or commission on it. So that was the whole point behind it initially. And you mentioned the NAR suit. Mm-hmm. Well, it's very important for us to remember to tell our clients how we're paid. We're not free to anybody. We're working for our clients, but we are compensated, and they need to know how. NAR is fighting hard. RPAC is supporting them. I hope you've done your RPAC donation this year. And we really need to be transparent and upfront with our clients and always tell them about agency and about how we're paid.
That's right. And speaking of RPAC, most of you know I am a big RPAC supporter. I'm a member of the NAR Hall of Fame for RPAC. And it took a lot of years to get there, but it's giving a little bit each year. Many people have concerns about RPAC. They have a tendency to think it is one party or the other. Mm-hmm. And RPAC is nothing farther from that. RPAC supports people who are running for office or who are elected to office, who support the realtor position, who support home ownership, who support the rights of home ownership. Right. RPAC does not look at parties. You may find one time it will be a little bit more biased one way, as opposed to 2 years later, it may be leaning in the other direction. But RPAC is always looking at what's best for home ownership. So I hope whenever you're asked to donate to RPAC, that you will pull out your checkbook, that you will make a contribution to RPAC. We're looking for our association to be able to be another triple award winner, where we have a percentage of people who are giving and we meet our goal at the state association. They do give us a goal and an objective to try to reach whenever we're looking at our RPAC support. And I think you're RPAC chair.
Yes, I am.
So you should be making us all look really good with all your stuff.
You know, having a virtual installation was nice because we were able to reach everybody. But we're reaching them at a distance, and I can't wait to see them.
Well, we get a chance to do that on December 1st. On December 1st, we're having a general membership celebration. It's going to be in Williamsburg, downtown Williamsburg. We are going to invite everybody to come. All membership is invited. It's at no cost to the membership. We'll be inviting special guests from around the region and the state leadership, inviting them to come. There's really no firm set agenda. There's not going to be a big program. It's going to be a lot of social meet and greet, and a good way to start off our new year and the calendar, the holiday calendar season.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a great event. You've probably already received at least one invitation, but we need to know how many people are coming, because although it's no cost to you, there's going to be food there, and we all know realtors like food. So send back your RSVP as soon as you can so we know how many people, to make sure you have just enough to eat and drink.
And please come. We hope you will come and join us and be a part of our celebration on December 1st. So go ahead and mark your calendars for December 1st.
It's the start of the holiday season.
That's right.
So come on down to the community building in Williamsburg, across from the Stryker building. It's a lovely location, and we look forward to seeing you there. Well, this has been a lot of fun, having a chance to chat, and with you. And we really thank you for coming, and I'm really happy that we had such a nice installation.
I am too. It's the Crimdale Bridge is an absolutely wonderful place, and again, we thank Martha Washington for joining us and being our installation officer. We're looking forward to 2022. It's going to be different. Hopefully the worst of COVID is behind us and it won't be coming back, and we'll continue to be open. We'll continue to have classes in person. We hope everybody will look at their schedule. We hope you will continue to do your CE here in the classroom if you feel comfortable. We will continue to take every effort to make sure everyone is safe, and we look forward to seeing you on December 1st or in the classroom. Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, Suzanne, here's to a good year. We're going to have a good year for our members. Here's to 2022.
And our association.
It is so great to be with you all here today, Williamsburg. I'm sorry it's not in person, but I'm glad that I get to participate just a little bit virtually. I want to congratulate Lynn and Suzanne. You all are going to do a phenomenal job. You are great leaders, and you're the right people for the right time. Lynn, you and I go back a long way. I will never forget your warm welcome to me back in 1990 when I first went to the Peninsula to manage a mortgage operation. You are a phenomenal friend then, and you are a phenomenal friend now. And I know you are going to do a great job for the Williamsburg Association. Suzanne, the MLS world is a very complicated world these days. A lot is going on, and your leadership will be critical to the MLS community that you will be serving. Congratulations to both of you. Again, you are the right leaders for the right time, and I am excited to see what you will be doing over this year. Congratulations.
Hello, Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors. It's great to be here with you today. I wish I were there with you in person, but obviously in these current times, we still find ourselves facing a lot of unknowns, not knowing when the pandemic will finally end or how it will continue to impact our business. During times like these, the need for strong leadership is more critical than ever. It's great to see such wonderful leaders being installed to lead your association today, both for the Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors and the Williamsburg MLS. I'd like to congratulate Suzanne Dana for being installed as president of the Williamsburg MLS, for which she currently serves on the board of directors. Suzanne is one who is known to step up whenever needed and has previously served as the president of your MLS 2 times prior. That's an amazing commitment to our members and our business, and I want to thank her for her commitment and her willingness to serve again. Obviously, the MLS is very important to the financial and operational health of our business, and it requires many hours of hard work. So congratulations, and thank you again, Suzanne, for being willing to serve as the president of our MLS. I'd also like to recognize and congratulate Lynn Grimsley for being installed as the 2022 president of the Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors, the voice of your association. Lynn has a very storied past of leadership within our associations. She served on the real estate board as a commissioner for 8 years. She was inducted into the Virginia Realtors Hall of Fame in 2017. She served on numerous committees at the state and local level. And she's an RPAC major investor who was inducted into the RPAC Hall of Fame at the $25,000 level of investment, something that is near and dear to my heart. So congratulations and thank you, Lynn Grimsley, for everything you've done and your commitment to our business. I'm very proud of you to be installed as our new 2022 president of the Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors, and I look forward to working with you again in 2022.
Congratulations on your installation as the 2022 Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors President, Lynn Grimsley. You have been serving members all over the Commonwealth for years as a volunteer at Virginia Realtors and as the past president of the Virginia Peninsula. I am grateful for your time on the Virginia Real Estate Board, bringing sound reason to those discussions. And thank you so much for investing in our business through your RPAC contributions. I am so honored to serve with you. I look forward to seeing what 2022 brings for you and your association.
Congratulations, Williamsburg Area Association of Realtors. You guys are going to have an amazing 2022 thanks to the amazing leadership that I know you guys are going to have. My name is Kara Mims, and I am the incoming president for 2022 for the Virginia Peninsula Realtors. And it's my honor to congratulate both Lynn Grimsley and Suzanne Dana on their upcoming roles. To my Mrs. G, my mentor and my friend, I just want to say thank you for the legacy that you have within the realtor industry. You are truly a legend. I think back to those days, early on, being able to learn from you, and the learning has continued. I'm so excited that we get to be incoming presidents together. And to Suzanne Dana, you're the epitome of leaders made here, and I know you're going to do an amazing job with the MLS. To you both, thank you so much for stepping up into your leadership roles, and I'm so excited to witness great things in 2022.